A $35 Korean beauty device arrives in a pastel box promising glass skin. In Gangnam right now, a woman pays that same $35 for a medical-grade laser session from a dermatologist. 7 devices dominate international bestseller lists under the K-beauty label. Koreans skip every one, and the device they actually buy most, a $228 wand that sold 18,000 units in a single month, isn't on any of those lists. Today I'm showing you all 7 and what to buy instead. Number 7. The Jade Roller. It's in every K-beauty essentials list on the internet. There's one problem. It's not Korean. The Jade Roller originates from Chinese medicine, dating back to the Qing dynasty in 1644. Korean beauty culture barely acknowledges it. But Western retailers slap a K-beauty label on the packaging, and suddenly it's sitting next to sheet masks and snail mucin like it belongs there. Here's what it actually does. Dermatologists confirm Jade Rollers perform no better than massaging your face with your hands. No collagen stimulation, no change in pore size, no structural improvement of any kind. The temporary depuffing people love disappears within hours because all you're doing is pushing fluid around beneath the surface. It comes right back, and the stone itself, whether it's jade, rose quartz, or stainless steel, makes zero clinical difference. Studies show identical outcomes across all materials. The healing energy claims are spiritual, not dermatological. So what do Koreans actually use when they want better product absorption? Galvanic ion booster devices, like LG Pra-L's Ion Booster. It delivers a precise 250 microamp current paired with a 630 nanometer red LED, actively driving serum ingredients past the skin barrier at a depth a rolling stone could never reach. One passively glides across the surface. The other electrically pushes actives into the dermis. That's not a difference in degree. That's a difference in category. But at least a Jade Roller can't hurt you. The next device can, and people are dragging it across their faces multiple times a week without realizing what it's doing to their capillaries underneath. Number 6. The Pore Vacuum. You have seen the videos. A small suction tip glides across someone's nose and a visible plug of sebum lifts out of the skin. Satisfying to watch, dangerous to repeat. Dermatologists have been warning about these for years. The suction creates micro tears in the skin, and in some users, those tears become permanent broken capillaries visible as tiny red lines that never fade. Dr. Dennis Gross warns that high suction settings traumatize delicate facial tissue, especially around the nose and cheeks where vessels sit closest to the surface. One dermatologist put it simply, facial skin is delicate. It is not a carpet. For people with rosacea-prone or sensitive skin, the risk climbs even higher. Patch testing shows persistent redness developing in over a third of reactive users. And here is what the extraction videos do not tell you. Most of what is being pulled out is surface oil and dead cells, not deep blackheads. Pore size does not actually shrink. It only appears smaller temporarily when the surface is clean. The gunk comes back within days. The broken capillaries do not. These devices are not FDA regulated for home use, and the damage they cause can require laser treatment to correct, sessions that start at $100 each. Koreans skip the suction entirely. They use ultrasonic water peeling devices like the AMI water peeler, which dislodges debris through gentle 28,000 Hz vibration without pulling on the skin at all. Or they book a professional extraction facial at a clinic for $30. Pore vacuums damage the surface. The next device goes deeper. It punctures the skin itself, and the risks compound with every single use. Number 5. The at-home derma roller. It looks clinical. It sounds clinical. Hundreds of tiny needles rolling across your skin to stimulate collagen the way a professional microneedling session would. Except the FDA has not authorized a single microneedling medical device for over-the-counter sale. Not one. The problem starts with the mechanism itself. Professional microneedling pens puncture the skin perpendicularly, creating clean vertical channels. Derma rollers drag needles at an angle, tearing tissue sideways as they move. That distinction matters enormously. Angled entry increases trauma, increases inflammation, and increases the chance of scarring, especially in medium to darker skin tones where post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation can linger for months. The American Academy of Dermatology warns that at-home microneedling can spread warts and herpes across the face, worsen the very texture people are trying to fix, and cause infections from rollers that are nearly impossible to fully sterilize between uses. The needles are typically too short to trigger real collagen remodeling, but sharp enough to compromise the skin barrier every time. Too weak to help. Too aggressive to be harmless. In Korea, professional microneedling sessions cost as little as 100,000 won, roughly $70, performed in a sterile clinical environment with single-use disposable tips. For home use, Koreans reach for Medicube's electroporation airshot mode instead, which creates temporary micropathways for product absorption without breaking the skin at all. No needles, no punctures, no infection risk. Derma rollers promise clinical results in your bathroom. The next device promises clinical light therapy on your nightstand. But at $30 to $50, what it's actually delivering is something very different from what Korean clinics use. Number 4, cheap LED masks. Amazon and AliExpress are flooded with them. $30 to $50, glowing red and blue lights, packaging covered in Korean text, promising clinical-grade LED therapy. Most contain fewer than 30 LEDs, with imprecise wavelengths and zero published efficacy data. That matters because LED therapy only works when specific wavelengths hit specific cellular targets. Red light needs to land between 630 and 660 nanometers to stimulate collagen. Blue light needs 400 to 470 nanometers to kill acne-causing bacteria. Miss those windows, and the light is just light. It looks the same. It does nothing. Now compare that to what LED therapy actually looks like inside Korea. Cell Return's Platinum Mask Walls contains 1,026 individually tested LEDs with patented module technology delivering 3 clinically verified wavelength bands: red, blue, and near-infrared. It covers the entire face, ears, and neck. Its ambassadors include Park Seo-joon and Lee Min-ho. It retails for over $2,000. The gap between that device and a $40 Amazon mask isn't a matter of budget versus premium. It's a matter of functioning technology versus decorative plastic. You're not getting a cheaper version of the same thing. You're getting a different thing entirely. Korean consumers treat LED masks as serious medical maintenance devices, not impulse purchases. They buy Cell Return or LG Preidel devices backed by clinical trials, actual certifications, and consistent wavelength output verified unit by unit. Cheap LED masks fail by being too weak. The next device fails differently. It technically works, but the results vanish almost the moment you stop using it, and nobody tells you that before you buy. Number 3, generic microcurrent wands. The Western beauty market loves microcurrent. It's the technology behind NuFace and an entire wave of dupes and knockoffs flooding every price point. The before and after photos look convincing. Jawline sharper, cheekbones lifted, skin tighter. What the marketing doesn't emphasize is the timeline. Those results are entirely temporary. A dermatologist at Rush University Medical Center confirmed it directly. The effects fade without constant daily use. Microcurrent sends low-voltage electrical signals into facial muscles, creating a temporary contraction that mimics a lifted appearance. Stop using it, and the muscles relax back to their baseline within hours. You're not building anything. You're not remodeling tissue. You're not stimulating collagen. You're creating a mirror trick that resets overnight. And the next morning, you're starting from zero again. In Korea, standalone microcurrent is considered outdated for home devices. The technology category has moved past it entirely. What Korean consumers buy instead are RF and EMS combination devices, like Medicube's UltraTune, which operates at 40.68 MHz, the same radio frequency used in professional clinic equipment. RF delivers thermal energy into the dermal layer, triggering actual collagen remodeling that compounds over weeks of consistent use. EMS contracts facial muscles at a deeper level than microcurrent can reach. One technology creates a temporary illusion of lift. The other initiates a biological process with cumulative results. That's why Korean beauty moved on. Microcurrent wands give you a mirror trick. The next device category gives you something more dangerous. A false sense of clinical sophistication packed into a $40 shell with zero regulation behind it. Number 2. No-name multifunction devices. Search Korean beauty device on Amazon or AliExpress, and thousands of results appear, $40 to $60. The feature lists read like a clinical menu: RF, EMS, LED, ultrasound, ion therapy, all packed into one sleek wand with Korean branding printed across the box. The labels promise everything. The engineering delivers almost nothing. Radio frequency requires precisely calibrated energy output and real-time temperature control. Too low and nothing happens at the dermal level. Too high and you burn tissue. In October 2025, the FDA issued a safety communication warning of serious complications from improperly calibrated RF devices, including burns, scarring, fat loss beneath the skin, and nerve damage. Some injuries required surgical repair. These cheap multifunction devices carry no certifications, no published power output specifications, and no clinical testing of any kind. There are no skin contact sensors to pause output when the device lifts off your face. No temperature shutoffs. No safety isolation between modes. You're trusting your skin to a circuit board that was never tested on human tissue. The devices Koreans actually buy are engineered in the opposite direction. Medicube designs and manufactures every device in-house in Korea with skin contact sensors, output isolation, and soft start safety systems built into every unit. LG Pra-L pairs EMS and RF with active temperature monitoring. These cost more because the engineering behind the claims actually exists. All 6 devices so far share the same flaw. They try to replicate professional results. But the single most purchased Korean beauty device in the world right now didn't try to replace a clinic visit. It solved a completely different problem, and it's been sitting in plain sight. Number 1, the facial steamer. This is the most common K-beauty device in Western skincare routines, treated as the foundation step that opens pores before everything else goes on. Millions of people plug one in several times a week, believing it's essential to their routine. Koreans almost never use them at home. Dermatologists at Ohio State University warn facial steamers trigger rosacea flares, worsen eczema and seborrheic dermatitis, and cause persistent redness through blood vessel dilation in sensitive skin. They can burn you. And the core premise is wrong. Pores don't open and close. They're not temperature-activated doors. The steam from your shower already provides whatever marginal hydration benefit a dedicated steamer would deliver, without the counter space, the price tag, or the risk of scalding your own face. You're buying a dedicated appliance to do what hot water already does, except with more concentrated heat aimed directly at the most reactive skin on your body. So what do Koreans actually buy? The Medicube Age R Booster Pro. 6 functions in one wand: electroporation, microcurrent, EMS, LED, sonic vibration, and airshot technology. Over $102 million in TikTok Shop revenue. Its parent company's stock surged 200% in 2025, pushing market value past $4 billion. Over 18,000 units sold in a single month. No needles, no steam, no suction, just ingredient delivery and muscle stimulation with actual safety engineering behind every mode. Now here's what I'd tell you if we were friends. No home device replaces professional treatment. In Seoul, 1 in 3 women visits a dermatology clinic at least once a month. Laser toning starts at $50. The devices Koreans buy maintain results between appointments, not replace doctors. If anyone sells you a device promising clinic results at home, That's the clearest warning sign in the entire category. Here's what ties the entire list together. The reason Western consumers buy these gadgets isn't ignorance. It's economics. A basic laser toning session in New York costs $300 to $500. In Seoul, the same treatment starts at $50. Korean dermatology clinics see such high patient volume that they operate more like gyms than luxury spas. Routine visits, affordable pricing, monthly maintenance. The gadgets filling Western bathrooms exist to fill a gap that Korean consumers simply don't have. Korean beauty device companies understand this asymmetry perfectly. Domestically, they market their devices as routine support between clinic visits. Internationally, they market the exact same devices as clinic replacements. Same product, different promise. That gap between what the device actually does and what the buyer believes it will do is where the entire $2 billion Korean beauty device industry lives. The product doesn't change when it crosses the ocean. The story around it does. The rule is simple. Skip anything unregulated, uncertified, or promising 10 technologies in a $40 shell. Look for Korean brands with in-house engineering, published safety specs, and one clear purpose per device. Match it to a single bottleneck in your routine, product absorption, muscle tone, or LED support, and use it consistently. And everything you just learned about devices applies directly to the serums and creams you're pairing them with. There's one serum category with even more misleading claims than anything on this list. That breakdown is coming next. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.